Hey everybody, David and David here from PayItForward.com and Upphone.com, and in this video we're going to compare the AirPods Max to the Beats Studio 3. You walk into an Apple store, you say, I want a pair of over-ear headphones, and they say, here's what we got.
Yep, you can trust our reviews because we went out and we paid our own money, our own dollars for these headphones. So we are conscious of the price and how expensive these headphones are.
Yeah, we've listened to 8 tracks, identical tracks, every pair of headphones we reviewed.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how we formed the basis of our audio comparisons, but we also want to talk about like what actually comes in these boxes. So AirPods Max.
We'll take the box.
Here's the case. You can kind of see the case. Terrible.
Terrible
Flimsy,
case.
Doesn't protect your headphones. There is gaps at the bottom.
Yep.
Liquid could just get in there and get in the charging port.
Yeah, you can't trust the case to protect your headphones. Can't throw them in your backpack.
The most fragile part here, the mesh headband, totally exposed. Doesn't make sense. I mean, it's a smart case. When you put these in here, your AirPods enter a low power state and they just don't use a lot of battery life. You don't put them in the case, they drain a lot of battery for 2 hours and then shut off. So
Yeah, it's just a case that turns off your AirPods, but it's just dumb AirPods because like they don't have a power button.
yeah. Headphone cable does not come in the box. This little guy, $35.
Right.
$35 for this.
Yep. So the price of these is essentially $290. $35 plus $549, twice as much as the Beats.
Yeah. I think the Beats, I mean, look at the case. We've pulled the case. That's a solid case.
Great case.
Great case.
Yep. It's a solid case. Jeez.
Comes with the audio cable.
I really like the way that the Beats fold up, for the record. Comes with the audio cable, like you said.
Very portable.
Bang. It's one of the easiest cases to use because some of the other ones you have to like fold up the headphones in some weird way, especially the Sony's. Ugh. Solid. You could use this as a weapon. It's so solid.
So one of the things that annoyed me about the Beats right off the bat is we took it out of the box for the first time. If you look at the box, the color red on the box, and then you kind of compare it to the headphones, not the same color. This is a kind of a common problem we found with headphones where the color on the box doesn't really match the headphones. That kind of make it brighter on the box, so don't get misled there.
Let's talk about the sound quality because that's
Oh, is that important?
kind of
for
important with
headphones?
headphones, I suppose.
Yep, so both are active noise canceling.
Both of these have an optimized sound. The AirPods Max sound great, and you'd be surprised at the number of headphones that do not sound good. The problem with these headphones, for me, as somebody who likes music, is that they're optimized, and so are these, in a way that sounds very Apple. And it's this bump in the high end for presence or silver around the 16 kilohertz or 15, somewhere in there, and then a bump in the bass.
One thing I felt with the Beats too, I thought the bass got kind of overwhelming in some of the tracks you listen to. You can definitely feel it more with the Beats than the AirPods Max. I think the AirPods Max is a little bit better balanced. Just trying both of them on, Beats are a lot lighter and you'll feel it.
Really?
Yeah, they're
I haven't worn these since we last demoed them. Yeah, I think that I would take those.
yeah.
These have a pretty tight.
They're tight, and the headband, the padding on the top, there could definitely be more.
Yeah, there could definitely be a little bit more on the top because this actually would get tight. Whoa, jeez, whoa. A lot of the Beats, they have this metal. It's like a really sharp metal. Not for children.
The thing that really bugs me with the AirPods Max, I mean, they're good headphones, and if you're somebody who watches a lot of movies on your iPhone or iPad, spatial audio with these, amazing.
Great.
Amazing.
Blows everybody else out of the water.
But at the end of the day, it comes down to price for me. I just can't justify $600.
No.
You just can't. I can't do it.
Right. I can't either. And to be honest, if these were the same price as the Bose noise canceling 700s and the Sony XM4s, I would pick the Bose. These are fabulous headphones. The noise canceling is superior to the AirPods Max and superior to the Beats. But what I would say actually is don't buy the Beats, don't buy the AirPods. If you have $300 to spend, don't buy these because these are a little bit more than that.
I'm gonna get them on sale.
Right, get them on sale, or if you're not exactly at the right time, buy the Bose Quiet Comfort 35-2 noise canceling headphones for $300, and sometimes they go on sale. They're sort of the top of the line Bose from the last generation, and they are fabulous. In terms of sound, they beat these. I'm not sure if they beat the AirPods Max, but they definitely beat these.
You think Beats, you think these are like the top of the line headphones, but when you started like actually comparing them head to head with Bose and Sony, they weren't as good. You know, it's hard to say, you know, which AirPods or Beats, which would you pick? Because I think the AirPods are better, but they're just too expensive. And if you're going to spend this much on headphones, as you said, go with a Sony or a Bose.
I think part of the reason that Apple priced these so high is so that these are essentially Apple headphones too. And all of a sudden, these aren't very expensive. Even though they're $300, they're not sort of the most expensive headphones that you can buy that are made by Apple. And they're a little bit more than half price of the top-of-the-line ones. So I think that they are thinking pricing strategy with this, and they really blew the lid off of high-end headphone pricing. Thanks a lot, Apple.
Yeah, if price isn't a factor, AirPods Max definitely superior to the Beats
Definitely.
Studio.
Yes.